sometimes some of the human skills, a bit of conflict aversion, I tend to see in.
And that one step before on getting into being a graduate, the education system was built for more of a large scale traditional skills point of view, and how fast the education system is evolving, how fast, because you are interacting with young people through recruitment process. What are you seeing changes in terms of what skills are there and what skills are there not?
When new grads are joining organisations, what skills do they have and not have?
Yeah.
Well, they have great tech skills, so tech, and they're normally teaching everyone else. They're the one everyone in the organisation asks questions to. I would say what I'm seeing in those generations is probably a little bit of how to troubleshoot, how to pivot, to use that buzzword, how to be really adaptable when things don't go to plan, because in organisations they don't, We have this, then that pops up and all of a sudden it changes. So I think that's going to come with life experience. Sometimes some of the human skills, a bit of conflict aversion, I tend to see in some of those generations, because again, probably they've been interacting a bit more through screens as opposed to, having to fight over the coffee cups in the office with Bob or whoever. So I've found personally that I've had to do a bit more work when they've been on my team around, no, it's okay to stand up for yourself. This is how you have that conversation. This is how you hold someone accountable. This is how you push back. So there's a little bit more flexing in on that kind of assertiveness and those, I guess, harder kind of people skills. And when you talked about the changing kind of education system and university sector, I think that's going to be an interesting space to watch. I'm not going to pretend to be at all an expert on tertiary education, but I think the gap between what people are learning in tertiary institutions and being totally workforce ready has gotten bigger probably over the last 10 years or so. So I'm really excited to see what the movers and shakers in that area do to start to reduce that gap. And I think a big part of that is partnership with industry. The tertiary sector can feel very separate and operate quite separately in some instances. So the more we interlink, the more we are hand in glove, and the more we're helping the tertiary sector understand what the real realities of business and the workplace are right now, the better quality we're going to get in terms of graduates. So I think it's on both sides to kind of come together and bridge that gap.